Meanwhile, former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort is facing more legal trouble. The special counsel's office is accusing him of witness tampering. He has until Friday to respond. Let's bring in our CNN legal analyst, SHAN and our justice correspondent, Evan Perez. Evan, the special counsel's office clearly is moving quickly on this front. They're clearly trying to send a message as far as Paul Manafort is concerned.
Right, Wolf. They, in this court filings that they sent in last night in the court case here in the District of Columbia, the prosecutors say that Manafort has been in touch with witnesses, multiple witnesses. Going back to February, there were a couple of witnesses that he was in touch with using WhatsApp, encrypted messages, trying to essentially coach these people, telling them to perjure themselves in their testimony to the special counsel as part of this investigation. And so that's the allegation from the special counsel. At this point, Paul Manafort's spokesman has only responded saying that he is innocent, and obviously he has until Friday to respond to this allegation. It's interesting to note that the special counsel chose to make this filing basically asking for the judge to revoke his bail. Just last week, the special counsel agreed to this bail, said that it was okay. They apparently were aware of some of these messages already. And it also, I think, is interesting that they chose not to bring a new charge against Paul Manafort. They easily could have charged him with witness tampering, with obstructing this investigation. They did not do that. They instead are simply asking the judge to consider revoking his bail.
And that means he would have to go back to, he would have to go to jail.
He would have to go to jail.
While he awaits the trial.
Right. He would have to go to jail while he awaits trial. Here in the District of Columbia, he's facing trial probably September, October, later this year. In Virginia, he's facing similar charges, and they are right now scheduled to go on trial in July, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You know, Shan, you're a former federal prosecutor, witness tampering, clearly a very serious allegation. Is this all part of the pressure campaign by Manafort, by Mueller and his team on Manafort to cooperate, to plead guilty, and instead of trying to continue this non-guilty plea?
Oh, absolutely. And first, I do need to say any of my comments are based on public information because of my former representation of Rick Gates. But based on that...
You were a defense attorney for Rick Gates.
I was defense attorney for Rick Gates.
Who's also been, yeah.
Right. And so based on what we're seeing here, I think this tremendously ratchets up the pressure on Manafort. I mean, Evan's point about the bail package recently having been agreed to, this has got to be one of the longest running bail negotiations in history. And so that in and of itself was an enormous amount of pressure on Manafort. And right just as that seems within reach, this comes up. I think it is very telling that they chose not to bring charges. I mean, maybe it's a timing question, but I think it also gives them a little bit more wiggle room to say, hey, we know about this. Right. What do you think now?
And it